Well, we're certainly thankful for Friends Day here at Southern Hills Baptist Church. That's how we first attended. Our daughter was invited by Kaylee Vincent, and later Tammy followed up that invitation. And so we accepted it and attended and enjoyed it from the very beginning.
First of all, like Paul, I want to thank the Vincent family for realizing the importance of extending an invitation to us to Southern Hills. As mentioned, Kaylee invited our daughter Sierra, and we had been in a church for years, my husband and I, very active, and we left that church for serious reasons. And we sort of had an idea that we didn't want to get involved again in organized religion. And so when Sierra came home excited that Kaylee had invited her, I was like, oh, you know, I wasn't that thrilled about wanting to go. And then Tammy called, and she wanted to know if Sierra could. And they're such a sweet family, and I thought, you know, this is something Sierra wants to do and it would be good for her, but we weren't going to send her without us going. We were real protective, especially after what we had just left. And so we decided to accompany Sierra to church, to Southern Hills, and it was quite an experience. It was far different from what we were used to, but we absolutely loved it, and so did our children, Blaze and Sierra.
Thanks, Kaylee, for inviting me to church. I love it.
And it was a wonderful experience. We weren't quite used to all the singing here at a Baptist church, but that soon has really grown on us, and we love that part of the service. But as the head of the family, it's been a blessing to experience the faith here, to see God's love, God's unconditional love. Often at the services, Hess talks about this church being a welcoming church, and it certainly has been.
And so that's how we started attending Southern Hills, from that invitation that they gave us, and we came and we got to see all the singing that we weren't used to and all the energy, and it was something that really appealed to us. And we, you know, as I mentioned, we were sort of against organized religion, and we thought maybe we could protect our children from what we had experienced. But really what we were doing was not really heeding that command in the Bible, Hebrews 10:24 and 25, not to forsake the gathering of yourselves together. And so we knew that was important, and we knew we needed to do that for our family. And we needed the encouragement. We were sort of isolating ourselves. And so we ended up coming, and it's been a blessing, and we're glad Southern Hills is our home.
Southern Hills is a very welcoming church. From time to time, Hess talks about that. He wants that to be the dominating personality of the church, and it certainly is. Southern Hills has particularly been a blessing in that we have experienced God's love, God's unconditional love, and that's something that's very, very important. I'm grateful that as my family, the children grow, they know that they can always rely upon God's unconditional love for each and every one of us. And we've experienced that here. So we're grateful for the Vincents and inviting us to Friends Day, and glad now to be members of Southern Hills Baptist Church.